Come on up.
Hello, hey, nice to see you here. Hi. I'm gonna sit down, I guess. Right here. It's me, Mario. Woo-hoo! Hey, Mario, Luigi. Everybody cheat me. And Luigi too. I'm baby Mario. Let's go. Yahoo! Everybody, it's a complete pleasure to be here. I can tell you that from my perspective, I'm always very grateful to come to conventions and see people who love the same games that I do, and I always think it's because of you that we actors and voice talent get to do what we do, and what we do is so much fun. But because of you, we get to do what we do, and then come and see the impact of our work, which is making people smile, making people have fun. And what could be better than that as a destiny in life, to do what you love to do and have it have an impact on people. So I'm very happy to be here. Very happy to see you. And thank you all for coming in. Thank you very much for playing my games.
So how long have you been doing this, Charles?
Well, I have been doing the voice of Mario. I've been an actor since I was at college at UC Berkeley studying political theory with an emphasis on going into law school and things. And my life took a quick turn when I couldn't get the teacher that I wanted to write my thesis and all my work for. And so I started studying acting. And just like that, I don't know how. I always tell people in life, make the conscious choice to be happy. Make the conscious choice to have fun and to build your passions and to do what you love to do in life, And out of that, you can never see exactly what your life is going to look like. But if your passion in life happens to be plumbing, you may not be the best plumber in the world, but somehow you might end up to be a plumber's agent or the person who directs plumbers or whatever it is that you love to do. That joy will come and manifest itself to you somehow, because that's the way the universe works. As much as I can be sure of anything, I know that the universe is supportive and filled with possibilities of joy. And when your commitment is to happiness and joy and having fun, it is what really happens. But I started taking an acting class, which I can't believe I could ever do, because I'm a very shy person. I never thought I could ever stand up in front of people and actually talk to people and actually be present with people and not run away screaming. I kind of thought, if I stand up in front of people, I'm going to die. And so my friend of mine convinced me to take an acting class. I remember getting up for my first monologue, because that's what actors do, in acting class 1. You do a monologue, and mine was from the Spoon River anthology, where everybody was dead, and they were coming back to tell their story, and mine was like, my name is Joe, I died a horrible death, and I get up to do that, and I'm like, I was shaking so bad. First of all, I waited till everybody else in the class went, because I was like hiding in the corner thinking, maybe he won't see me because I can get very small. I know it's hard to believe, I can get very small. But he saw me, and just like that, I'm like, okay, Charles, you're next. I'm like, oh God. And I was shaking, I was sweating. I get up and I start talking, and my right leg is shaking like this. I'm like, uh-oh, my right leg is shaking. I put my weight on it, and I'm like, oh, that's better. And the other one starts shaking like this. I'm like, no, I'm gonna die. And I put my weight evenly, spread my legs, part of it. I think that'll work. And I'm convinced that at the time I was convinced that what people were hearing was like, and I go through this monologue. I don't know how I did it. I still was alive at the end of it, much to my surprise. And I get to the end of it, and I'm like, oh. And people are like, oh, yay. Well, you know what's amazing to us? Because you get your criticism right afterwards. What's amazing to us is you're the only person in the class who wasn't nervous. I'm like, wait, we're not in the same planet, right? Because, and I thought that was so fascinating. And then I went out to auditions. I started doing, scene work and stuff like that. And it started being a certain level of confidence. And I'm like, okay, I can actually enjoy doing this a little bit. And I went and I auditioned to play Oberon in Taming of the Shrew, a great, not Taming of the Shrew, in Midsummer Night's Dream, great Shakespeare play on Oberon, this king of the fairies. And at the time, when I was a kid, my voice was like this. You know, people thought that I was a man, but I was only 7 years old. My neighbors break into the car and say, Mr. Di Maria, is Frank home? Yes, sir. Hey, who's calling? You know, oh, it's you. You know, it's like, stop sneaking up on me that way. You know, when I was a child with a deep voice, you know, so I am, you know, Oberon, king of the fairies. There lies Titania sometime of the night. You know, and I'm thinking, I just did the best monologue. Because, you know, you watch everybody in college, and everybody watches each other, and you go, oh, look at that. I was better than anybody else at that. I was convinced they had done the best job of anybody. And I'm sitting there going, well, I got this part. I was so proud of myself. And I called my friend, the teacher, Les, who got me involved in acting. And I said, Les, I just absolutely nailed Oberon. And he goes, oh, I'm very proud of you, but you know, you never know what's going to happen because it's college theater. And I'm like, no, I got this job. And I went to the casting list the next day when it was posted. You know, I'm like, how does the king of the fairies walk up to the casting today? And I'm like, Oberon. And I look at him like, Oberon, not me, not me. Spear holder, wall, Siri, inside, under the floor mat, nothing. I had absolutely nothing. And it was by being refused that I suddenly decided I was an actor. By being told I wasn't, that's what made me say I am. And so I started really diving into it, studying it. I, you know, took speech classes, and we won tournaments, and then stayed in the national tournaments, and you know, and then Berkeley Repertory Theater, professional theater, came along to audition for a summer apprenticeship program. It was only one of like 2 professional theaters in the Bay Area, and I went to that thing, and being the brat that I am, I auditioned with my monologue of Oberon against the guy who played the Oberon in the play. And I got it. I got it, and that's why I became an actor. So I'm telling you, live consciously, be happy, but it's also like, you can also just back into things, you know? So I'm studying acting, then I did the apprenticeship program. I started getting paid at Berkeley Rep, and I went to acting school at the Drama Studio of London because I would say to anybody, if you want to do something in life, get an education at it. Study it, make it your life, do it. You know, and in any case, no matter what you do in life, get an education. Because it is the greatest gift in life, is to learn, to have a passion for learning. I read voluminously. I have a hunger for knowledge of history and social sciences and human behavior. I love to read. It's the first thing. I don't do anything electronic in the morning until I've had 2 hours of my time to learn. So the greatest gift you can give yourself is getting an education and learning how to learn and learning to develop a passion for learning, whatever it's about. You know, it just doesn't matter, because the great gift of being alive is the exploration of this life, and the gift of being able to give of yourself. And there I am being an actor, having a great time. It's like, oh, well, I'm an actor. You know, I come back and I go and I'm doing the theater for 10 years, and then I'm not really happy doing the theater, so I stopped. And a friend of mine called me up and said, hey, do you want to come and do a corporate video audition? And I said, sure. What's a corporate video? And he goes, well, it's a video and it's corporate. And you do that. And I said, well, okay, if it's acting, I'll go do that. So I learned I did this audition, for Olympic memories, and I got it, and I got like the next 10 things I auditioned for, and so suddenly I was a corporate video actor, and then I'm doing, all these commercials and things like that as corporate and video and TV things, and I did this ad for Orchard Supply Hardware, the American Gothic painting of the husband with the pitchfork, the wife with the, just standing there looking stoic in the barn in the background, I'm saying, that was me acting. And the director, because back in those days, it takes like forever to light something. So like 8 hours of lighting and 3 minutes of, and then you're done. And the director goes, "Hey, that was great." He goes, "Hey, listen, Charles, do you do voiceover? And I said, sure, of course I do. Make the voiceover. He goes, but read this script. It's got to be in 15 seconds. And I go, or to supply hardware, the right item at the right price, right now. He goes, great, fantastic. Here's more money. This is how I became a voiceover actor.